That narcissist isn't done with you. Even when they're up and with somebody else, they're still not done with you. See, that new supply, which is really just somebody that they were cheating with or somebody they were sweet talking while they were with you, is just upgraded to primary because things with you went south. Now that narc is going to pull out all the stops. They want to make you feel like you're missing out on something, but really it's just triangulation on the next level. And it's nowhere near as good as it looks. It's fool's gold. What's going on, warriors? And welcome back to another episode of Reach Home Recovery. I'm your host, Barry, and today we're going to be talking about that narcissist and that new supply. This is our Bible-based series, so I'm going to be incorporating scripture in order to help us on our healing journey. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And the first thing I want to do is talk about a mineral called pyrite, also known as fool's gold. Now, on the surface, this mineral has a similar appearance to gold, almost indistinguishable. You have to know what you're looking for, but its substance is completely different, so much so that it's almost worthless. Now, prospectors, when they go out looking for the real thing, because gold is worth some money. But an inexperienced prospector will go out wasting time, resources, and efforts mining an imitation. Now, you may be asking yourself, why are we talking about this? And I clicked on a video about the new supply. That's because you and that new supply got something in common. Y'all both got an eye on that fool's gold. Now, let me go ahead and break that down as I'm about to hit the sole subject. In our journey in life, we're looking for an ideal partner. That ideal partner is going to have a set of characteristics that are unique towards you. So you may want somebody that has to treat you right. You may want somebody with shared goals and shared values. They have to have loyalty and integrity. Whatever that mix is for you, it's unique towards you, which means it's rare and has value. It's your gold. That's why the Bible says, he that finds a wife finds a good thing. Now, interchange the genders. Because when Ruth found Boaz and vice versa, they both found a good thing. Now, that word find indicates rarity. So you're not just going to be able to walk down the street and find them. You have to know what you're looking for. You have to search for them. You have to be a good prospector. But early in our journey, we were inexperienced. We ran across that fool's gold called the narcissist, and we fell for the trap. Because on the surface, it looked good. At the beginning, it said all the right things. But at the core, it was corrupt. So much so that instead of adding value to us, it took value away. That whole situationship broke down, and at the end of it, we were losing pieces of ourselves. But we were still confused thinking, was that really gold? Were they really a good person or not? Then in comes a new supply, and it's like Disney magic happened overnight. Because they're the perfect couple. All hugged up on social media, matching outfits, getaways. Now all of a sudden their relationship gurus were meeting for days. And you're looking at this like, where did this come from? How did they switch up overnight? Then that narc ups the ante. Because everything you ever wanted from them, they'll give it to them, and they'll give it to them so quick, it'll make your head spin. So you always wanted to get married, right? But they always had an excuse. Now in comes that new supply, and within a couple months, they're engaged. Well, you always wanted a baby, but they were always putting it off. Now, with that new supply, before the ink dries on your divorce papers, they're taking maternity photos. And you're thinking to yourself, what the heck just happened? I know this person is not that much better than me. That narcissist, which you don't know at the time, that person, they must have changed. It'll lead to the thought process of you regretting the fact that somebody else is reaping the benefits off of the years that you put in on that relationship. Now, I want you to stop right there because that's exactly what that narcissist wants you to think. They wanted to keep messing with your head and emotions, even though they weren't physically present. They knew you were watching. They knew you knew what they were doing. If it wasn't through social media, they know the streets talk, and eventually word of mouth will reach you. And if that wasn't working, they would get one of their flying monkeys to tell you directly. They're manipulating your thoughts and emotions to make you think that they have value again. The second reason that narc goes all in with that new supply is because the new supply ain't new. They were there during the devaluation phase of your relationship. So the narc knows they can't come at them with the same thing. They can't come at them with the same excuses because they've already seen or heard about it. They'll pick up on the patterns and they'll leave quickly. So that narc knows they have to go all out. They have to give them the things they didn't give you because this tricks them into getting hooked. Now they're sitting there thinking they hit a gold mine when really all that narc did was just polish the surface to make it look like they had value. But at the core, it's still rotten. It's still corrupt. It's still fake. And the key thing to note is that they're actually getting worse because there's anger under that facade of the narcissist. They're still pissed off that you got away. How you going to leave the best thing that ever happened to you? How you going to leave them with a narcissistic injury? Somebody has to pay for that. And when that new supply gets fully invested, they're the one. It'll be hidden from the public eye, but it's only a matter of time before they're dogging them out worse than you. Take heed to what I just said. Because if you get hoovered, if you get fooled into going back to them, the abuse is magnified. So if they cheated before, now they can't stop cheating. Not only that, they're trying to get you to engage on the center with them. They're trying to talk you into threesomes. They're trying to convince you into having an open relationship. If they physically abuse you, now the abuse is going to be even worse. And if you try to leave, they may try to take your life before they let you go again. But if you're at the point where you're just looking at that narc and that new supply and you think they've gotten better, you think you're missing out on something, I need you to stop because you are better off without them. Don't believe me? Turn to Psalms chapter 1, verse 1. I'm going to read from the NIV version because it's a little cleaner. And it reads, "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers." So hold up. You telling me when I got out the company of mockers, blessings started looking my way? You telling me when I got out the path of sinners, blessings actually started seeking me out? You telling me when I stopped walking with the wicked ones that I am blessed? Not part way blessed, all the way blessed. Life more abundantly blessed. Then why are we looking back for? Why are we clicking on videos like this? That narc hasn't changed, nor do they plan to. What happens when you're looking back at a person that you got delivered from is you get stuck. You become like Lot's wife. So you're looking at this toxic person from your past and you become like that pillar of salt. You're stuck, full of bitterness and not moving forward in life. But I want to ask you, if you're in that spot right now, do you ever want to get treated like they treated you again? Do you want to forego your blessings so you can watch and ponder over what that narc and that new supply is doing? If your answer is what I think it is, then leave that fool's gold to that uneducated prospector. You move forward to bigger and better things and watch out on your journey because these narcs out here narking. So until next time, peace.